I have two deep, dirty, dark secrets. I'm 31 and I've never been in a real relationship, and I have serious body image issues. I gain weight easily, and I have a terrible relationship with food. Lots of shame about both. I came here to talk about 21st century careers, but somebody told me that naked vulnerability is great for public speaking. I feel a little bit more comfortable. I'm going to do this 2 more minutes, and I promise I'll figure out a way to make it relevant. My grandma struggled with her weight. I was the pudgy one of my siblings, so she projected all her insecurities onto me. She couldn't help it. After not seeing her for months, she would have one of 2 things to say to me: "You're heavier," or "You're thinner." For my 11th birthday, she gave me weight loss insoles for me to walk to school in every day. What really sucks is that I've seen pictures of myself growing up. I wasn't actually overweight, not until maybe 14 or 15. I wasn't skinny, but there was nothing overweight about me. Yet my entire life I thought that I was, because I was told that I was, and then eventually it came true. Another thing I was told my entire life growing up, I grew up in Mexico, is that I was straight. I memorized every single Selena song by age 10, and I was still told I was straight. Then I came to the US for college, and I meet this guy in a student job on campus, start having weird thoughts. I'm picturing us moving into an island together, and I have no idea what that's about. I finally came out when I was 22. I didn't do it because I was brave. I did it because I was desperate to be in love. The cute guy in an island image was the only thing that got me through. I wanted it so bad I didn't care about anything else. It's been 9 years since I came out. No relationship yet, no cute guy yet, definitely no island yet. This is really good therapy. Thank you. You know what all those things have in common? The main root of all types of shame: other people's opinion about you. They inevitably influence how you see yourself, who you think you are, what you think you're genuinely into, what life story you should and shouldn't have. People's opinions always come from these expectations that we have about what constitutes a happy life: attractive body, lifelong loving relationship, and successful career. Sometimes we spend decades thinking we aren't happy wrongfully because we don't have one of those 3 things. It's obvious with body image and sexual orientation, but how often do we think about how those same expectations pollute our career choices, even our understanding of our talents and weaknesses in the workplace? I have to interject and just insert this here because I think it's important. I'm a millennial. Millennials are going into their 30s now. I could be considered a stereotypical one. I definitely eat a lot of avocado toast. I definitely lost all my savings on Bitcoin recently. I'm definitely a serial job hopper. Have you guys heard this media narrative recently? Millennials are job hoppers. We get dissatisfied easily. We keep changing our minds about what we want to do with our lives. We need trophies to feel valued. There's even a viral interview making all these points very eloquently. That's fake news. There is absolutely no evidence that we're changing our jobs any more frequently than you guys were at our age. What there is evidence for, and plenty of it, is that 70% of adults in all age groups hate their jobs. Dissatisfied and disengaged at work is how they call it. It's interesting, right? Are millennials leaving their jobs too soon? Or are older generations trained to stick with jobs they hate for the wrong reasons? Maybe you guys just gave up on finding the right fit. Maybe we haven't, not because we're smarter, but because we have nothing to lose. No stability, no money, nothing. Maybe millennial traits are human traits unlearned by adults. It's possible, right? Lots of adults lost money on Bitcoin. Why does everybody hate their jobs? What have we been told our entire lives that jobs are? What they're supposed to give us? money, stability, retirement. Clearly, we already see them as this necessary evil, something that gives us happiness indirectly, spending. It's understood that we all hate Mondays. It's understood that doing something that we're passionate about and doing well financially are supposedly mutually exclusive. There's evidence that that's also fake news. Studies of jobless people have proven that the despair that comes from joblessness has nothing to do with income. We get our self-esteem from our usefulness to our communities. The reward we seek from work is literally self-esteem, not stability. Of course, we have to be engaged in order to get that and do something that we're interested in. Where's this distorted definition comes from? Think about the century we grew up in. Nothing but industrial-based consumerism. Lots of high-paying jobs that were easy to learn and didn't change a lot over time. You can't have people loving what they do in a century like that. There's a lot of meaningless tasks that need to get done. Even the highest-paying jobs of the 20th century involve really simple things when you think about it. Phone calls, meetings. You succeed in the 20th century through your Rolodex, your network, your contacts, your social capital. That world died in 2008, and Xers and boomers are the first to recognize this. Overnight, high technology infiltrated every aspect of our lives. Things like cloud databases, data analytics, cybersecurity are now words we talk about in every office, every single industry. Remember, Xers and boomers were told that their learning would stop with their degrees, and suddenly promotions are out of reach because they involve technology skills that they couldn't learn with their degrees. This social capital is losing value to skill capital. You can have a decades-long relationship with the boss and a million friends in HR. If you refuse to engage with technology, you won't get promoted. On the other hand, if you push yourself to understand these tools and learn how to use them, you could rub the boss the wrong way. You could be hated, ostracized, not fit the organizational culture. They still won't fire you. You will leave when it suits you. This transition isn't over. A lot of us think that artificial intelligence is something they keep in Roswell, but it's coming to our desk in the next 5 years. It's projected to eliminate a third of our current jobs in the next decade. In the same time frame, 40% of the workforce is going to become independent contractors, freelancers, not payroll employees. Competition is about to get twice as fierce as it is today. Who's going to be safe? People with technology skills. Don't think that this doesn't apply to you. You could be a doctor, you could be a lawyer, you could be working in philanthropy, but get real. Half of your daily tasks can be automated. That means that we only need half of you tomorrow as we do today. Your field may be safe, but that doesn't mean you are. Who's safe? People with technology skills. The speed of innovation doesn't slow down. It only gets faster and faster and faster. Organizations are born and die faster and faster. Entire professions are born and die faster and faster. Statistics say you're going to go through this several times over the next 30 years. Lose your job, be forced to learn skills you didn't plan for in college, and find other things to love and be great at. Love or hate what you do today, you're not going to be doing it longer than 5 years. That's a 21st century mindset. Okay, so I know this all sounds awful. But sit with it for a second. Do you hate your job? Is your boss not treating you right? You don't need it. Not for the relationships or the tenure or the money. Your impressive title means nothing. You're better off finding somewhere where you can build some skill capital. Why fight for a job you hate when you're going to lose it anyway? Why fear catastrophe for seeking something better if your income is not at risk? Your family will be safe, your debt payments will get made, so long as you constantly upgrade your skills. When I was 19, I thought I knew what I wanted to do with my life. I was a writer. I wanted to write. That was accurate, but that's only like 10% of who I am. I was forcing one of my passions into a lifelong plan because I was told I needed to do that. I didn't touch computers or technology with a 10-foot pole because I thought I didn't need to. And little did I know that 10 years later, computers and technology would open the door for me to be a writer on my own terms, my own website, my own audience, my own self-improvement technology startup. Today, my full-time job. I'm so lucky that I had body image issues and no boyfriend. I am so lucky that none of the jobs I took ended up working out, and I always had the guts to leave them behind. It happens. It happens a lot. It's confusing, it's scary, but I'm going to give you my antidote right now. Online courses and audiobooks. It's not any harder or any more expensive to bring them into your life than Netflix is. For my entire 20s, I did nothing else. I stayed in the office evenings and weekends, learned how to build websites, manage databases, edit videos and graphics. You don't have to do it on crack like I did. I was depressed, but I'm pretty sure I figured out the 21st century career map by accident. You were told that your career looked like a pretty girl you married for life. But I'm here to remind you about the cute guy in an island you can't stop thinking about. Metaphorically, of course. The activities you could do for hours. The things your mind won't let go of. The fields you can't get enough books on. Cute guy is your compass. And skills are your boat. There is no destination. A lot of different chapters, all exciting, all with an expiration date. So long as you incorporate audiobooks and online courses into your daily life, so long as the skills you learn always have something to do with technology, so long as you're always number one to learn a new tool in your field, you have my word, you will never hate your job again. Thank you.